On today's episode, we are going to be talking about why I decided to switch over to Hair Wife and say goodbye to Hair Thug. And as a hair wife, I also decided that it is time for me to branch out into the education side of my career. If you're a hairstylist, you are definitely making money. How much money are you giving these other companies when you can be profiting that money for yourself? And although I can't talk too much about it because I know clients are listening, it is a course that I am going to be offering soon. So stay tuned for that. Hi, this is Cindy, your hair wife, and welcome to What She Said. Hi, I'm Cindy, or known as your hair wife on Instagram. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about why I decided to switch over to Hair Wife and say goodbye to Hair Thug. If you've seen last episode, I explained how Hair Thug was so important to me and why I created her. After 5 years of being Hair Thug, I decided it was time to make a change and rebrand my whole business. So I knew I wanted to switch the name Hair Thug. I just couldn't find the perfect name for her. And I did about a month ago. I reached out to my social media manager right away and I was like, I found it. This is her. And the reason why I chose Hair Wife is because when you think wife, you automatically think of a woman who's loyal, who's honest, who you can trust, and as they say, happy wife, happy life. And my job is to satisfy all my clients. So it just went with exactly what I am trying to do with my clients. If you are my client, you already know that we established all that at the salon. We have such a great relationship. And my goal is now just to keep you guys and not only keep you happy, but to be very honest, which I am. How many times do you guys come in saying, I think I want new hair, and I stop you and I'm like, you don't need to spend more money. Like, I am just very honest. I actually don't even let you guys buy new hair in the summer because I want you guys to go on boats and go into water and go in the swimming pool and just enjoy your life. I don't want you guys to like stop your life over hair extensions. Like, that's a little ridiculous. So let's talk a little bit about Hair Wife. I also decided that it is time for me to branch out into the education side of my career. It's something that I wanted to do for a while now. I just didn't have the proper guidance for it. I probably didn't really even have the confidence, to be honest with you. And now I do. And not only throughout the years of my experience, but because I just did everything so backwards in my life and I ended up here and I'm doing okay. So again, if you knew Hair Thug, she was started as a single mom. Hair Wife is now here to stay, here to educate, and here to build these relationships, which I am so excited for. The education part to it is I want to teach other hairstylists how to create their own hair extension line. And as I mentioned, it's going to give you the freedom to work smarter, not harder. And that's so important because we burn out as hairstylists. We are spending hours behind the chair taking clients. We are not eating. We are running on caffeine, which is terrible. Starbucks is like our dinner, our breakfast, and our lunch, which, don't get me wrong, who doesn't love Starbucks? But it's not healthy for us. So balance is what I have found. And this is why I wanted to rebrand. I am at the point where I love coming to work, but I'm also only working like 4 hours a day now. And I just found that this is the perfect balance to my life. I have learned, or maybe not necessarily learned, I've had already experienced the hustling part to my career where now I'm choosing to step away a little bit from behind the chair so I could spend more time with my kids. That is the most important thing to me. I love making money. Who doesn't? But one thing I will never get back is time with my children. And I'm ready to step into the role where, again, don't mistake what I'm saying. I love my clients, but I love my children more. So if I can stay home and spend more time with my children when they are with me, I'm going to take that opportunity over doing a client now. But let's talk about the education part. If you're a hairstylist, you are definitely making money on your clients, right, when it comes to extensions, because these installations have to get redone. Like, it is a maintenance thing. It's not like, here your extensions go. It doesn't work that way. It's not like a color client that comes in and they're like, oh, maybe I'll get a root smudge or maybe I'll get more highlights next time. And then they don't have to because they just don't have to. With extensions, they have to come in, they have to come back, we have to remove them, we have to reinstall them. And of course, they need to buy new hair. So what I realized was that you can make more money if you just sell your own hairline. How much money are you giving these other companies when you can be profiting that money for yourself? And although I can't talk too much about it because I know clients are listening, it is a course that I am going to be offering soon. So stay tuned for that. Now, if you are a hairstylist and you never even taken an extension class, well, that class will also be available with me through my one-on-one or my group classes. I'm just going to kind of break them down a little bit so there's no misunderstandings when you go on the website. With the group classes, it's more where you're going to be watching me do the technique. This class is also really good if you are actually doing the technique already and you just need like a little freshen up, or you still have questions, but you just don't want to pay another $2,000 for another extension class, because I know the investment is high, although it is well worth it. So during this class, it will be, you're watching me, you are allowed to ask all the questions. I go over every detail when it comes to stitching, beads. Also we'll go over some social media, how to promote yourself as, you try to build a clientele on extensions. That is my group classes. Or you can also take a one-on-one class, which is personally my favorite. And the reason why that's my favorite is because you get all of me and only me for 5 hours. What we will do is get a live model, not a mannequin, and we will do a 2-row installation. The first row, it is all me. You are watching me, you are right next to me. I am explaining to you every detail when it comes to doing the beading and the stitching, closing out the edges, blending. The second one, I am watching you. So this way, when you are done with the class, there is no misunderstandings. You have all the information to do the technique. What I also allow is, if you are in Chicago and you take my class, is I allow you to take your first 3 models at my salon. The way that works is you take my class, you get certified. You need to start building a clientele. I highly recommend doing your first 3 models for free because people love free. So what you do is you find another model. I help you again with your consultation. I give you the chair next to mine, and you completely take your client there. Now, although I will be working, because this is not necessarily a one-on-one anymore, I'm there with my client. If you miss a step or you forget something when it comes to the stitching or the beading, you just tap me on my shoulder, say, I forgot how to do this. I remind you, I refresh your memory, and you go about your day. It takes like 3 models to really have full confidence in this technique, in my opinion. I did it with 2 models, but everybody learns differently. That's just from experience again. So there's no reason why you're going to be in my salon taking 4 clients and then not have the full confidence to go out and do it in your own. And this is just something that I offer because I want to stand out in the industry. I want you to be able to really say, I really learned a technique from Hairwife. I'm not just trying to take your money and send you and throw you out into the real world. It doesn't work that way. So yeah, that's going to be really fun. I have done a couple of people already, and it's worked out great for them. I want to end this episode with just expressing the gratitude I have towards my followers and especially my clients. You guys have really just been supportive. You guys were there for Hair Thug, and now you're going to be there for Hairwife. And it's so exciting, and the support doesn't go unnoticed. So I really, really appreciate you guys for that, for just being there. If you are definitely interested in any of the classes that I mentioned above, you do have to be a licensed cosmetologist. I get that. I get so many questions saying, do you have to be licensed? Yes, you do. But if you are interested in any of the classes above, please feel free to check out my website. You can also call me. Please don't text me. Please don't email me. If you know me, I hate technology, so keep me away from all that. But yeah, I just really want to thank you guys and have a great one. Thank you for listening, and please stay tuned for our next episode with your Hairwife. And just remember that happy wife, happy life, bitches.